players are such creatures of habit and rhythms of the game and all this. Throw you off at all playing on a Saturday? You have to adjust your schedule and.
Well, I hope not. It might be a blessing because, you know, we had a long week last week, a very taxing week, and I think it's fair to say that they reached all their energy stores on Tuesday against, you know, a good Beaver team and spent themselves. And then we had a little bit of a break yesterday. We don't typically take a Wednesday off and let them have an academic day and get caught up academically and changed weights around. And so the whole thing was kind of getting them back on their physical schedule for Saturday. I think the extra day might be a blessing in disguise as far as just their energy and excitement, and you know, maybe with the track deal going on, it might influence our crowd negatively with great weather predicted for the weekend. But you know, the track crowd, which is significant here in Eugene, as you know, is different than the baseball community. So hopefully we'll still draw well, and it certainly won't be an excuse. I think our biggest challenge is the USC team and the fact they beat us 2 out of 3 last year, and regardless of their record, it's still USC and they're a good baseball team. So
guys like JJ back.
Yeah.
How's everybody working back into things?
Well, what I'm going to address is we've used all the injuries as an attitude thing, that we have to be right on top of everything and competing on, you know, from the time we come on the field. Now the natural tendency is we've had a pretty good run of success. We've gotten through another significant on paper series. This is a trap series for me. It's the one before the Beavers at the end and before the bye, and now that Aaron Jones looks like he's back on the field and JJ's back on the field, it's almost like, hey, let your guard down. This is going to be easy. That would be a critical mistake by us, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about when I see the team. I've already mentioned it to them, that this team's success has really been about attitude and competing together and playing with not a chip on their shoulder, but a sense of urgency that we all have to be present and on top of it. And if those guys coming back in the fold takes that away, then we don't have our strength, and that is our single strength. And not that AJ and JJ aren't great players, but we need to keep that competitive swagger, I guess would be the way to say that, not assume it's going to be easy against anybody, including Seattle, who would be arguably, maybe on paper, the weakest team that we would play. But you know, we're going to try to get ready for Saturday and USC, and that's been the formula that we've operated on all year. And to do anything different than that, that would be my fault to let my players do that.
For you personally, just to be back and ready to help out?
It just feels good to be back. I'm excited, and it's been, I think, almost a month. And I'm just looking forward to get back out there and help my team win.
Any thoughts, reflections in hindsight on just making it back the other day and kind of how you felt out there?
I was definitely nervous. Just felt like it was my first game again because it's been a while, and just excited, and it's just good to be back out there.
You drills and things like that, where you feel like your timing's at, and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I haven't gotten a live at bat in a while, but I've been hitting in the cages and everything and standing in bullpens, and my timing feels good, and I've been taking ground balls and stuff, so everything feels good.
How'd you balance that in terms of, you know, getting yourself as ready as possible to come back, but I'm sure you wanted to be, as soon as you felt even close to healthy, you wanted to be out there?
Yeah, I mean, the other day was the second time I was throwing across the diamond for the first time, and it just felt really good, so I told the coaches I could go out there, and that's when I went out there.
The team as a whole seems to be getting more healthy. How encouraging is that?
Yeah, it's we got a lot of injuries. It feels like the same time, and everyone's getting back to being 100%. So it's encouraging to get everyone back, and I'm excited to see what we can do with it.
Just 2 more conference series left. Are you guys kind of seeing the finish line here? You're in first place.
We're trying not to look at that. We're just trying to take care of the game on Saturday and just take it one game at a time, and we'll see what happens in the end.
You say you're trying to do that. Is it easy to do, hard to do? How's this group handling that?
I think we're handling it pretty well. I mean, our coaches are kind of talking about that with us, and I think it's really key, because if you look at that stuff, and that's where you can get hurt. So.
The Trojans.
Go ahead. Do you do anything different preparing for a series that starts on Saturday rather than Friday? Does it throw out rhythms at all?
No, I don't think so. We adjusted our weight program, so it would be like we're playing on a Friday, and it just gives us an extra day to practice pretty much. We haven't had much time for practice, so we'll get some things cleaned up and it should work out fine.
Help you personally then?
Yeah, definitely give me a little day to get my arm in better shape and stuff, so that's big.
Trojans beat the Beavers 2 of 3 down there. What do you see out of USC coming up here?
I mean, I just know last year they took 2 out of 3 from us down there, so it's a big series. It's a Pac-12 team, and they're a good ball club, so hopefully we'll just play our game.
Thank you. You seem to be getting the team a little more healthy now about this time. Is that an encouraging sign?
Oh, always. Once we get all our, like as far as the season goes down towards postseason, it's always big to get most of our starting lineup back, and AJ's coming back, and his ankle's healing well, and JJ's coming back, so it's good.
Extra day to prepare with it starting on Saturday rather than Friday. Any effect on you at all?
I actually rather start on Friday, have it be the same. But there's been a couple times this year. I think against UCLA, or for Arizona State, I started on Saturday, and then UCLA I started on Thursday. So just got to compensate and adjust the schedule, and just try to do what I do every time. So
All players can be creatures of habit, so is it just weird to
Yeah.
upset your rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just part of the schedule. They had some graduation thing, and so I mean, nothing I can't control it.
How'd
So
you deal with like the last few days? Did you break up your routine and
I just,
to make sure you were ready
yeah.
for Saturday instead of Friday?
I usually throw 2 pins a week. I just scooted them back a day each. So that's the only thing I basically did different.
The Trojans took 2 of 3 from the Beavers down there, and last year they took 2 of 3 from you. What do you see out of USC?
They're gonna be a tough team, like every other Pac-12 team. It's always a tough challenge going and playing. But I mean, I think if we stick within ourselves and take it one pitch at a time, I think we have a good chance to play well against these guys.
There's just 2 series left with conference teams. Are you just kind of seeing the finish line here, and you're in first place right now?
I mean, we all know we're in first place, no secret, but I don't think we're necessarily seeing the finish line. We want to win Saturday's game first. It's then go into Sunday's game, Monday's game, and not really look too far ahead of what we're trying to do.
JJ talked about that too. That's the desire. That's what you'd like to go one game at a time. How do you feel like everybody's really handling that though? I mean, is this group okay dealing with that?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think last weekend proved it because big series. We all knew it was a big series, and Coach Horton even told us that this is a big series, and he wasn't lie to us. And coming in and won that game on Friday, and then we had a little disappointment on Saturday, and bounced back a huge one on Sunday. So I think we're taking it day by day.
Thank you.
No problem.